second on it. Thank you so much for joining us on this sweltering day. And Father's Day nonetheless. We're very happy that you decided to spend your Sunday evening with us at Out Loud Huntsville. A couple of things before we get into your amazing open mic for the evening that we want to do, just like from a housekeeping perspective. If you've been here before, this will be, so a change for you. If this is your first time, you're just like going in with a fresh perspective. We have heard your cries. We have seen the lines that you have been creating the last few months with signups over here. And we want to open up more spots on our open mic because we have been having the list fill up relatively quickly on a regular basis. So in order to do that and still respect the time that the bar closes and when we gotta get out of here, we're shortening our spots. So you get 3 minutes up here instead of 5 minutes. Okay? It's not like when I say it out loud, it doesn't feel like a lot, but it actually will go by quickly. So please, when you do sign up, make sure you practice in advance, because we have to do this thing where we have to cut you off, right? And I don't like doing it because I'm non-confrontational. So what I do is I make Borka set a timer, and Borka has horrible taste in music. And so when that timer goes off, very horrible music will start coming from his phone, and we get to judge him. Yes, that's fun, but also we have to endure the 30 seconds it's going to take for that person to wrap up and get off the stage while that music is playing, and it's going to be, you don't want to hear any of his music. It's really bad. He has very bad taste. We love him as a person. Okay, Borka, you might have a problem. That's all we're trying to say.
It's good music.
It's okay. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it at the board meeting. We'll vote on it. Okay? So that is a big change that we wanted to kind of push in, just so that we could start allowing everyone to have more time. So please don't think this is like a personal affront to anyone going over that 5-minute limit or anything like that. This is just, we want to have more voices come to our microphone, and we want to be able to accommodate space for new people to come who maybe didn't know to get here early. So it's going to be 3 minutes, and then we have 20 spots instead of the 15 that we normally have. That being said, we do have a couple of empty spots tonight that are available if you do want to sign up, and maybe you weren't sure, because it is a lighter night due to the holiday and all of that. So, if you want to sign up, come see me over here. Another thing that I wanted to stress, and thank you so much for your support and enthusiasm, first of all. I'm going to compliment Sandwich, you guys. You are so adorable and brave, and I love that you come here so super early. If you could not come before 5:45, that would be so nice. And it's not because we don't want you here, it's because the bartenders are still setting up, and we're still setting up, and you can't order from them yet, and it's just makes it a strange moment. So you can come to Straight to Ale proper before 5:45. Please do. Get some shots at the bar. The front of house staff will love you for this. And then get your little booty on over in here at 5:45 and get in line for the sign-up list. And that's, again, just to keep the flow of the evening going well and keep the bartenders doing the damn thing over there and not getting in their way. So 5:45, got it. 3 minutes, got it. Our last housekeeping, and then I swear we're gonna have fun. Okay? It's a school. I'm not your principal. It is Father's Day, and I am your daddy, so what I say. The last thing is please, because we are running out of spots on the microphone, don't sign up for other people, only sign up for yourself, because we've had incidents where people sign up someone who's they're definitely coming, and then they don't come, and that spot could have gone to someone else. So please only sign your physical self up. Don't go up there and sign up you and your 4 friends in 4 different spots, because that kind of gets congested for the other people who are wanting to participate. So, okay, you can secretly boo me if you need to for laying down the rules, yeah, or outwardly boo me, yeah, whatever you want to do. Truly, you can't hurt my ego. It's huge. Okay, but we're ready to get into your open mic. Are you ready to get into your open mic? All of the fun stuff, and no one better to kick us off. Please welcome up Jason.
I know you anywhere. I know you everywhere, but not for all time. Even now, we are shedding parts of ourselves, discovering new ones. O lover of Theseus, in a few short years, there will be no inch of us the other has kissed. Reluctant resurrection, bittersweet revival, involuntary phoenix, that I am toes wriggling in my ashes like sand on the beaches of our childhoods. I will be anew.
Yeah.
You don't even need 3 minutes to make a banger of a poem up here. That was so good. Reluctant resurrection. Very, very good stuff. Thank you, Jason. I also like to hear that we started this thing because we've been doing this for 10 years now, where we like to celebrate first-time readers, but it's hard for us to keep track because there's been 10 years worth of events. So we have this little "Is it your first time?" thing next to where you sign up, and Jason said no, LOL, because he's a staple of our event, and we're so happy to have you. But Jason is an active member of Out Loud Huntsville, and he's on the board. And if you are interested in being a member of Out Loud Huntsville and learning more about the board and what we do on the back side of things, you can sign up for a membership with Out Loud Huntsville. It's $25 for a year. Gets you some cool members-only swag, access to our members-only Discord, a couple of members-only events. We have one coming up next month that we will be sending an email out about soon. So, if you sign up tonight, you'll be in to meet all the other members. It'll be a really good time. All right, please welcome up your next reader, Brian.
I got 3 quick poems. This first one's called The Inkwell. The earth has been soaked in it. Every breath is steeped in it. Like a sauna of despair that anchors your spirit to the grim reality poorly hiding in plain sight. See, the trees know the truth. Not the young ones, but the old great-granddaddies with generational roots, fat trunks, and suspiciously strong limbs. They thrive in red dirt saturated by tears, flourishing from the nutrients of a fallen lineage that should never be forgotten. This land is lovely on its face, its rolling hills, winding rivers, and dense woodlands, but there is a heavenly veil cast upon our senses, forged from fear, hate, and blissful ignorance that once lifted can never be seen again.
Yeah.
All right. This next one's called Orb Weaver. Why should I care about Palestine or the Congo? I'm African American. There's enough pain right here to make my mind blow. Why should I shed a tear for queers or fight for women's rights? I'm a straight black man. I don't see how that affects my life. Why should I give 2 fucks about refugees, the Uyghurs, or Haiti when there's pigs with their hooves on their necks on the daily? Now that would be crazy. Wrong. Pull the thread just a little and see we sing the same sad songs from dusk till dawn. There's no oppression Olympics. For instance, the IDF trains our cops. The 2 groups who indiscriminately bomb blocks the most are passing notes and cracking jokes like snickering kids sitting on the back row. Pick a direction. Anywhere you want to go, you will find the same dynamic aimed straight at your throat. It's the Predator playbook, right down to the notes. Splinter the herd and pick them off as we go. They don't want us to recognize these echo chambers are aligned together, all our sounds are bound. But when we finally mend the divide to harmonize, we'll raise their heavens back down to the ground. Thank you. All right. This last one's probably my favorite. It's called Y'all Got Any More Than Lemons? We turned a hill of beans into a field of dreams. Then you crashed the scene, stole the fruit, smashed the seed, soaked the soil with gasoline, and got the fucking nerve to casually ask for me to not react drastically? Nah, I think you can suck it from the back, my G. I'm talking way back to when your pen lost sight of humanity. See, these some top-flight dickheads. Eager to keep their beaks wet, they waddle back and forth between rape, pillage, and credit debt. File a baby hospital sooner than suffer disrespect because it's hard to catch a whiff of the burning flesh from a private jet.
Yeah.
Heck of a last line. And proof that you can fit 3 poems within a 3-minute parameter. And now none of you are going to be brave and hit that 3-minute mark because now I've just talked so much shit about Borges music and I will never be proven right. That's just how things go for me on a regular basis. All right, please welcome up your next reader, Mary Love.
Okay, so this is my ode to pretend boyfriends and girl crushes.
Yeah.
My first pretend boyfriend, it was Christmas time. She'd asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I told her I wanted a boyfriend. I went to Indiana to see them around Christmas. She gave me some gifts. She usually gives some basics, essentials, something I need. Then there's usually a thoughtful gift that turns out to be the perfect thing I never knew I needed. Of course, I didn't know this at the time. It took me years to recognize her gift-giving skills. So after the other gifts were given, she comes out of her bedroom and hands me this huge stuffed Winnie the Pooh and simply says, I figured this is a boyfriend your mom and dad wouldn't mind you sleeping with. My naive self had no idea what she meant. Looking back, it was the best pretend boyfriend present ever. Maybe I should have slept with him more though, so maybe I'd be better at sharing the bed with Chris. Well, precious. Is it their looks? Is it their actions? Is it how sexy it is when they are themselves? Unafraid to tell the truth, their truth, in front of God and everybody. Consequences be damned. Is it the thought of someone just knowing exactly how to touch you? Then how would they? Maybe it's the mystery, the newness, the idea of that new kiss, that new touch. Or is it the idea they would know all that and all the everyday ways to make you happy and never do any wrong? Because, after all, they are pretend.
Thank you, Mary. Fantastic work. Again, you don't get to hear Borka's bad music. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to talk about it. If it doesn't happen tonight, I'm going to make him play something as like the Please Get Out of the Bar Because We're Closing song, and you'll see. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, we're moving through our open mic, but I do want to take a moment to say thank you to Straight to Ale, to our fantastic bartender this evening. Please give it up for Straight to Ale and your bartender this evening. So lucky to have a great partnership with this venue. And when you come in here, please buy drinks, buy some food, and tip. The service industry is not the easiest industry to be in, and we appreciate these badass people for like providing such an amazing space for us. Yeah, and fantastic service. So yeah, please tip if you can. We do have a donation bucket for Out Loud, but we always say if you've only got a couple of bucks, please tip your bartender before you give back to our nonprofit. Because that's just hard to do, man. I'm tired. I'm a sleepy bear. I gotta be in bed by 8 p.m. I could not be a bartender. That is not the life for me anymore. Yes, so fantastic. Straight to Ale are great people. Please support them when you can. And welcome up our next reader, Cassandra.
I know you well, Princess of Crete, daughter of that ancient tyrant that tormented the Attic seat. What could have made you compliant to the plot of a foreign prince? Were they the lone ones to suffer your cruel father's obstinance? Or were you like your half-brother, never seen for the star you were, but scorned and hid where no love grows, eager to flee however far, that monster whom we name yours. So when he swore you'd be his bride, you let the handsome stranger in on how the maids could be survived, to slay poor sweet Assyrian. You gave your precious trust away for the first kindness you had felt, thinking it safe under his sway. But you awoke no longer held, no other soul to greet your eye, save nymphs across empty Naxos, and found you were abandoned by self-titled hero Theseus. How patient were you ere you knew never again you'd see his sails? I know too well how trembled you were when the knot worked by your nails was lifted from your loving hands. They begged you not to gag the sighs, whose song had guided them in trance, mopping the lonely drowning eyes, whose shining feminine aspect can leave one breathless as the daily dawning knelt with awe just to gaze upon our heaven's queen, Ariadne.
And one more time for a first time reader without that one. So, all of the guys who found us, please keep coming back. We do this the third Sunday of every month right here in this very room. We are very, very happy when we get to have new voices on the mic. And if you happen to have two new voices in a row on the mic, please welcome up Wesley Keel.
A storm of love is coming, buffer clouds with gentle eyes. For shelter Lacey's fingers make, but oh, such comfort they provide. How do you stand the weather? Am I supposed to?
Good in, yeah.
How do you stand the weather? How do you stand when floods arise? How do you stop the raging rivers when the storms through your eyes? This one's called Nature's Embrace. I walk alone, just the night and sky and me. The dandelions in the dark, the distant tree line and grass you can barely discern. My mind focuses like the beam of a laser, and my thoughts sit along grown-up things, like the girl I intend to marry. Oh, how I wish you were here, Cat, to see the things the way that I do, and to see the beauty in nature's embrace. Okay, this is called The Red-Haired Girl, Melissa. Or are there fingers to comb the tangles free from that luscious burning strand by strand? Are there loving hands that love you so to never let those strangling onions go? Are there longing eyes that will forever see the beauty that you possess? You are my perfect dream. Please understand perfection.
One more time for our first time reading And that reminds me, I cannot believe it is almost already time for me to continue talking about this, but we are halfway through the year. We have this very cool thing that we do called the Alabama Huntsville Anthology, where if you have read at any of our events, you can submit up to 3 pieces of work and you can get at least 1 piece published in our anthology. We have so many of them in this merch cart over here. It's been an ongoing project for a lot of years and we're very, very proud of it. And I can't believe it's already June and I'm supposed to be talking about this and we open submissions in November. So if you are here tonight and you're a first time reader and you maybe want to get published and add some more to your literary resume, like this is a real actual book that you will be published in with some fantastic folks in your local community. So we encourage you to learn more about that project and submit when the time comes. We'll always have more on our website and we'll always be promoting that on social media. But yeah, they're fantastic projects. If you're interested in any of the previous issues, they are available for sale tonight. They're $12 each. And yeah, some fantastic members of our community from over the years have been published in them. So we're very, very proud of them. Check them out if you can. If you can tonight, that'd be great. Okay, please welcome up your next reader, Rebecca.
Dana opens the door with her hair in large pink curlers. She has forgotten that we rescheduled our appointment. Can you catch a psychic by surprise? But, as Dana explains very clearly on her website, she is not a psychic. She's an evidential medium. When Phil appeared in my dreams, he was ready to resume our life together, and I had to explain to him initially that he had died. But then, wait, there's more, that I'm in a relationship. My inability to completely reconcile these 2 parts of my life is hard to talk about because it is unwieldy and impossible to summarize except to say that we fall in love with one person at a time.
I can love them both, but I cannot be in both relationships simultaneously. I cannot be married to two people. In embarking on a second marriage, I had to leave Bill as he had left me, not on purpose, but as one thing is the consequence of another. Both are irrevocable. Dana explains before we start that she receives images from the deceased. These images will be evidence of Bill's and my life together, but also of his continued presence in mine. She sits down next to me on the love seat and then says, "He's here, this is him, stand up, this is him." She pulls me up and hugs me. "This is him," she says. "He wants to be touching. Who is he to you?" Husband. "How did he pass?" Stroke. "No," Dana says. He just said no, it wasn't a stroke. He's giving me what he felt at the time. He needs you to know the desperation of, no, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, no, I've got to get back. He needs you to know that desperation is to not die, to get back to the body, and begging for forgiveness. Begging your forgiveness, which is interesting, because it was a stroke. But just forgive me for dying. I didn't want this, I didn't mean this, I'm so sorry. He's just so sorry. When did this happen? Approximately how long ago? The rush of this, practice perhaps, maybe even something she does at every reading, takes me by surprise and catapults me into the experience of being together, losing him. I find that I'm holding back tears. What does she think I'm going to say? 6 years ago, I'd never felt the spirit so resistant to the idea of having passed. How old was he? 52, I say, fumbling for a tissue. Shit, she says, as if to herself. That's practically my age.
Wow.
So good. Oh my gosh, I love that. That was really, really good. On the edge of my seat with the medium. All right, we are cruising through the open mic. As mentioned, we are shortening spots, so we do have more slots. So if you came in a little late and you are interested in signing up, we do have a bit more room available. You can just come on, tap me on the shoulder over there when our next reader is up, or whenever you feel comfortable, and you can sign up to share your work tonight. Please welcome up our next reader, Susan Guthrie. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for this.
Yeah.
This is called Where the Soul Sails. Where does the soul go when the mind leaves? Is it trapped within the body, or does it hover as a drifting bird working against the wind to stay atop the mark in the field at its aim? What is this body that carries hate, cleans the trigger, parks toxins, conveys our head around the room? There is no voice there. We give the heart muscle a universe of feelings and little strength. We give the world an ancestral lineage of words and a graphite oval. We give nature a body and pipelines. There is no voice there. I'm hovering above the rim. My aim on the fixed mark, if I shed this flesh, I will only go faster to where the soul sails.
Yeah.
Coming out with new ending lines tonight. That was so good. Thank you so much for sharing. And not only can you find Susan's work in our latest anthology, but she's got a book coming out. Isn't that exciting? Give it up. We love supporting our LGBT cool stuff. Yeah, this is such a big deal. There there are little postcards up at our merch table here that talk about the new book coming out and give you options to order. So please come on up and take a look. There's a QR code on the back. It'll take you there. We Held Our Breath, The Birds and I. Beautiful title. Very exciting. Knockout writer. So definitely check it out. Grab a little postcard while you're up here and you know, dig more into that. Take some of tonight home with you. That's the best part. All right, welcome up our next reader, Tyler.
He's going.
When I first started writing, believe me, I never had a flow, but I was called the black teenager, Edgar Allan Poe. It meant more to me than being the best in talent shows. I want to reach something my typical pleasures haven't known. My bread and butter's always been a merciless rhyme scheme until it could affect how you interpret what I mean. To wow you with some syllables, my version of pipe dreams, but I'm reincarnated from a turbulent 19, where I had complex terms with all the extended metaphors, with no recollections that regular men have said before. You know how many years I seriously wish to teleport, as if there was more inside you than currently in your present form? The problem is I'm inconsistent with my gift because I'm afraid of success. I got the strangest rationale viewing change as a threat. I hold a grudge against myself with the weight of regret, so how can force feed and pain be a way to impress? But I'm intending to deliver this frank and direct.
You got it. You got it.
If I could elevate my blueprint away to the press, then it would resonate more than trying to gain your respect. My tribulation is kind of hard to explain them in text. I once recruited AI, but it wasn't an Iverson. It couldn't catch up to me. What it mustered was trifling. When it failed to reciprocate something enlightening, even if it seemed dope, it was nothing inspiring. The fact it even was considered took a hit at my pride. How could something without a soul explain the feelings inside? Why do I fabricate exaggerated wishes to die? It's hard making autobiographies fit in a rhyme. And at certain times, I don't think unloading seems proper. I ain't good with icebreakers and I'm socially awkward. When I sped towards oblivion and hopelessly wandered, it became the insight to what I wrote would be stronger. Now many I call friends, I'm not a sociopath. Cause how's my heart still beating if it's broken in half? I took relationships that faded, looking over the past, and felt the fabric of our time wasn't woven to last. So sometimes I feel slighted regardless of all this effort shown by limitations springing from languages that I never chose. Making deeply impactful literature, see the pressure grows. Can imagination build within poetry resurrect the glow? The roots of the necessity might require black thought. I never liked the habit of trying to recycle past faults. Sometimes I feel guilt for another's crime, a sad loss, because Tyler's rap songs are the type to act hard, but I was the kid haunted by the girl in The Exorcist. So if I take my insecurities, convert them to medicine, they could be a real catalyst to further development with a passion that can permeate your personal regimen. I don't want to take the route of the lyrical labyrinth where whole schemes smoke screen to conceal what is happening. I don't want my gift to favor the appearance of Babylon, being pierced with a javelin. You can't say I didn't come through. So consider this the gist of what my journals contain. I call it rewinding Martin, the reversal of pain. I thought my purpose in vain if this don't work to get paid until it registered my wealth is in the service of change. You never heard it the same. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good content, the rhymes, the rhythm. You did so good up here, man. That was fantastic. Oh man, this is why we need more spots on the open mic. It's just we need more. We're just greedy and we want more of your voices up here. This is so good. I'm having such a great time tonight. As a reminder, we do have a couple of spots available still, so if you do want to sign up, you can come see me over there. If not, that's just more time for you to hang out and tip your bartender and grab another beer at the end of this show. All right, please welcome up your next reader, Ian.
wasn't expecting to do what Tyler did, but I tried to think of something here. I got two poems tonight. The first one is entitled Ephemeral. I am but one ash of many, remnants of a bygone fire, quelled by wind. I am but the body of a crescent, with the showers that brings the mighty tempest. I am but the leaf of divers, not to fall from aged branch, as autumn arrives and spring retires. I am but of common nature, who has not the beauty nor iniquity of summer's flowers, nor bids the eye inquisitive of the wanderer. Lo, by dint of winter's dawn, at last I am to wither, supplanted by life anew, and forgotten thereafter. This one's entitled As I Lie. Do I lie upon these verdant spheres and gaze into the heavens, neath the boughs of the orchard laden with the receipt of Venus? Nigh the vernal showers, upon the passage of winter, how the skies now welcome hues of ashen, as supports the Nereid azure. Though I be bosomed by the silvern protector, sheltered of the coming of the quest of nature, permitted to appease my pensive complexion, for the solace of my environs to the gifts of wicked mind. Thus commence I to ponder matters as regards love and death and life. And whilst amid thoughts, alas the rains dawn, and viewing near ground, yet hither I remain.
One more time for the first time we heard that one. We do this the third Sundays of every month. I'm going to keep saying it because I want to keep seeing y'all. And what time are you going to get here? 5:45 or later. How many minutes do you have to read? 3 minutes. What are you not going to do? Sign up your friends. You're only going to sign up yourself. Okay, good. You got it. Okay, I know. You got to bring it down every once in a while. It's fine. I mentioned Susan's books. I mentioned the anthology, but if you were at the last event that we have a feature with Grace Dallas, who's fantastic. We have a QR code up here available if you're interested in buying her book, and that'll take you right to the link to order that book. She's got a new one that came out, and it is really, really good. So I highly recommend you do that. If you want to also, you got a little extra change in your pocket, you want to take some more poetry home with you, that's a good way to do it. So definitely come on over and check out the merch cart after the event. Please welcome up your next performer, Max.
I had a couple new ones, but like I didn't time them out. And I don't want to be like interrupted by like the music. I'm just gonna do some ones I've done before. Surrounded by darkness, some say this scene is atrocious, shoulder to shoulder with braggadocious false prophets with worthless paper. But it's all part of my magnum opus. All this arrogance and foolish pride has caused a cease and stride, plus has added extra weight to that sinking heart filled with hate. But wait, I must confess, this makes the flavor taste the best. Killed at the stake and served to my plate, I'm no saint. I slaughter goats and use their blood as war paint. Ready for battle, nothing can be done. All the feelings that love once had is written off as just lust. Stepping on mutilated bodies of past lovers, using their bones as sawdust. The dusk is where my home is. No one is safe, even the women and kids. The only thing I actually love is punishing the damned in the place where all signals of hope are jammed. So come join the party deep down in this dark hole. Lose the life, but bring the soul. All right. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's take this. Looking back on some things, I realize I've had a couple of tough springs. Ironically, the weight I carry is harder than my mattress. These thoughts of mine come in batches, but come and go like boxes of matches. For now, though, I just lay here frozen, watching my shadows dance around with the other silhouettes of the souls I can't seem to forget. Out the door, into the street, on the move, around roaming like Vitalis, just a lone, yellow-belly, red-faced disgrace, feeling blue, and that's why I come across like Cuda Brown in the here and now. Spitting my rhyme, drunk off the moonshine, walking the line between crazy and insane, trying to tame the pain, thinking about the people I've lost, and wondering whether I'll see them again. Also, where did they go, in life or in death? Wondering if it was too soon, or was it time? For now, though, I just lay here, watching my shadows dance off the shine from the moon, like puppets on a string, hoping for the answer to everything that matters from this back and forth motion, like the theory with the same name. It's not always easy to accept a moment in time, but moments will make the time most precious. Words develop over time, so without past times, who can really say we understand any sort of message?
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Fantastic work. Didn't mean to scare you with the 3-minute time limit and the terribleness of work as music. But doesn't it entice you now? Aren't you a little curious as to like what I mean when I say that it's bad? Yeah. It's like alien new metal noise jazz is like what he goes for or something, right?
It's avant-garde.
Avant-garde. Okay, well, let's not. Let's not do that. That could go in too many directions. It's chaotic. Okay. Maybe you're hearing a lot of words and you're like, oh my god, holy shit, I'm so inspired. I have so many things I want to write down. You can, in an Outlook pencil notebook that you can also purchase from this card over here. Yeah? Yeah. That's a good segue. She's up here making segues, doing the most. These are so good. They're so handy. They got a little holder for your pen and a little bookmark situation. It's fantastic. We're not a barter system. We're a nonprofit. We have margins. We have to pay for our paperwork every year. Yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff over here. If you do only have $1 but you want to support us, we have a bucket. It's got some sort of waterfowl on it that you can put money into, and we do accept donations. That does help keep us going. That is very helpful for us. As much as we are a nonprofit, that means we really don't profit. We put all of our time and energy back into making these cool events happen. So anything that you do to support us in turn supports you. We're very happy to be doing that. We're very happy to be here, and we want to keep giving back to this super cool community. All right, please welcome up your next reader, Matthew Brown.
This first poem, very fitting for the day, is called Fatherhood. Wrapped in silk upon my skin, the day of poppy seeds held in my hands, remembering the borderless confines of our innate love, held tightly to the sky's blue, in spite of the pain. You granted me a gift that I still long for, a gift I was not ready to receive. Giving my distant labor to help you hold the anguish, I could not cling our skin together. You slipped like sand through the tiny slit in the hourglass. An unwrapped gift laying in unfolded silk, with the dried pain of my truth sitting in coarse roots.
Dang.
This next one is called Where Men Can Be Friends. A boy should always love his father. A boy should uphold and respect those he loves. Failing this is inevitable. Shattering the love of my father and tainting the soil that are my closest friends. Throwing a mind into unbreakable tinges of lavender, where when walking in the fiber green forest, you spot the things that kept you from being yourself. You created a beautiful life with someone. Those lives were lost. A small moss-covered rock reminds that beauty that lies within stones. Laying in the dirt together, laughing, hugging one another. I love you. Love you too. You all go together everywhere, around the hard gray ground, across the blue carpets into fun together. When you see the great oak tree standing unblemished from growth, longing to mirror, but instead cracking with dried roots, putting knees down into the dirt, scraping, crying out to the heavens, groveling in empty fields, praying that your manhood will leave and you can ascend to never hurt again. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. Fantastic work. That was really beautiful. You got these really badass last lines. Everybody's got this. I want like a book of all of the last lines for tonight so I can keep revisiting them. So good. Hey, maybe you have a notebook and you're like, I'm so inspired and I want to write this down, but I don't have a pen. You can find out. Guess how much this one is? $1. So if you only have $1, you can't leave with something. It's this pen. If you pay us over here. I'm not groveling, you're groveling. It's okay. It's fine. So good. good. Okay, we have 4 more readers on our open mic. We do have some additional spots if you do want to sign up. If not, as I mentioned, please feel free to hang out. We have the room till 8. Grab a beer, hang out, grab some food, whatever. But we're gonna respectfully leave on time tonight, or you're gonna have to listen to whatever Bork calls music. We're gonna have to see. I know. Earlier, Borka was talking about how he's off Instagram, which is great, which you're very brave to do, and because I could not. But he was like, I won't be able to find new music, and perhaps this is his best. Perhaps you put a pause on it. No, I'm really talking it down. Now you're gonna have a lot of questions after this. I'm so sorry. Yeah. We're gonna put it on. He's gonna dig something up on Spotify after just to really get this vibe really weird. It's gonna be very good. But the anticipation, we're gonna listen to 4 more readers, and then we're gonna get to that. So please welcome up David.
It's gonna be.
All right.
I'm your worst music, okay?
Still working on a title for this one. How could it be we've only known each other for 1 month? I suppose time operates differently when we're together. I'm thankful for the moments when it vanishes, for how cruel and relentless it can be. We met on my birthday, number 33. There was nowhere else I was meant to be, nowhere else I wanted to be, nowhere else I could be, nowhere else existed. Each visit, I watch your eyes playfully roll in their sockets as I cross the threshold of your room. I'm so glad you're here, you'd always say. Me too, I reply, happy to mean it. So many times I wouldn't know what to say. I want to tell you you'll get better, but that would be a lie. Your chest can't be filled with fresh lungs. What if there was a way to make you feel better? What if you told me the weight of your heart? I could say it's okay. I could say I felt that too. But sometimes talking is for the young. I like reading to you. Whatever I had on hand, even if it was out of place, like Carl Jung or Thich Nhat Hanh. If I'm lucky, you'll fall asleep. A light heart and a heavy rest. I tiptoe out, careful not to wake you, stalling for as long as I can, admiring the vessel, swollen and misshapen, beautiful nonetheless. Change isn't required to give notice. It can happen overnight, even in a single moment. I'm told you may no longer recognize me. I feel my back sweat on the drive over. We met on my birthday, number 33. But maybe now you don't remember me. Maybe now you no longer see me. Maybe now you have no words for me. Maybe now there is no we. My heart drops as I cross the threshold of your room. I watch you meet my gaze and playfully roll your eyes. The next day, I begin to read you Anne of Green Gables. You died before I got past the first page. Thank you.
One more time for the first time we were that one. Hey, thank you for coming. Please come back. That was really very good. Really very good. Oh, I'm so thrilled. What a fantastic night we've been having. This open mic is fantastic. I live for these third Sundays of the month. This is just the best time ever. Please welcome up your next reader, Paul.
Hello. I am going to start with one home, and if I have time, I will read the second one, which is shorter. Good jobs. Finally, after 6 months without work, I have got a job at a factory.
It does not use my Bachelor's of Arts or my Bachelor's of Science, but it does use my fingers, ears, eyes, and lungs. Fingers which are nipped at by tape guns and dance around 9,000-pound presses, ears which must listen for beeping forklifts and shrieking sanding belts, eyes which must read the instructions at hand and watch for anything that may fall or fly towards me, and lungs which must rebind oxygen to hemoglobin in my bluing blood, even as the air is thick with degreasing solvents. Unsolicited, a retiree tells me I can get a better job with the same wage working at the commissary grocery stores on the Arsenal. Here's the thing. I can wear gloves, earplugs, goggles, and a respirator to protect myself from a bad day at this job. There is nothing I can wear to protect me from a dear customer who has decided to make my day worse. This one is Magic in 7 Definitions, which is structured more like a technical piece, but maybe you'll see what I'm going for. Magic. From Middle English, from Old French, from Vulgar Latin, from Ancient Greek, from Old Iranian, likely from Proto-Indo-European. Noun, adjective. An energy tracing back to ancient practices, that is, obscured. The practical application of the sciences of chemistry, psychology, and misdirection. 3, something we used to have together. 4, that which your ancestors practiced before they were civilized. 5, that which is lost in a moment. 6, something that is brought back at great cost. 7, keying and counting cards in a shuffled deck, or tucking a pigeon's head behind its own neck.
Fantastic work. I am a sucker for a job poem, like a shitty job poem. If you know Joe Millar is a fantastic poet who has like these blue collar working man poems that I just find so good. Like definitely check out Joe Millar if you haven't. He's a fantastic poet as well. Many amazing books that are like working man's poems that are just like gut punches. You're like, oh God, I really don't want to do what you were doing on a everyday basis. It's so good. Okay, we got 2 more readers on our open mic. This next little slot is filled with 2 names, so I'm very excited to see what happens. Please welcome up Edward and Ariel.
Surprise! It didn't happen. All right.
2 names, 2 vanishes. I forgot to say, on Father's Day. Who would do this to their dad? Don't do that. Okay, well, we are going to switch things up and move on to your next reader, Eileen. Please welcome up Eileen.
This is a story of 2 homes. The first home is my home, which looks like a house straight out of Hoarders. There's paper everywhere, old appliances just in case you need a spare part, and mealtime is chaotic. My husband is at his laptop, ignoring everyone. I'm trying to get supper on the table for the kids. The kids are squabbling. There's no dinner time conversation. Contrast that with his second home, the home of my older son's best friend. They had a beautiful 2-story brick with a swimming pool in the backyard. The parents started their own successful business. Their meal times are filled with laughter and warm, engaging conversation. All the things that my home doesn't have. Fast forward to March 17th, 2023. My older son wakes me up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and says, Mom, I haven't slept in a week. My heart is racing. I need you to call 911 right now. I try to get myself together and dial 911, and the paramedics are on their way. Before help arrives, I'm trying to clear the couch of all the clutter so the paramedics can get to my son. The paramedics take my son to the hospital where they diagnose him with anxiety and a panic attack. They send us home with antidepressants and a safety plan which includes clearing the home of all the clutter and securing the firearms. I inform my husband, but it falls on deaf ears. On Saturday, I go to work at the library, and on Sunday morning, my older son tells me, I cannot recuperate in this home. I open my door, and there's clutter everywhere. I don't even want to go to the kitchen to eat. I go to my friend's home. There are warm memories there. I can recover there. I can recuperate. I can get better there. I have good role models there. I'm sad because those are all the things that I cannot provide my son. The crux of the matter is I had deleted those friends' numbers from my phone. I had unfriended them on Facebook. I was so racked with jealousy. My son is a National Merit finalist who dropped out of college because of physical and mental health. My son's best friend is a student at MIT. How can I compare? I had to humble myself and ask my son, can you give me the number for your friend's parents? I'll make the call. I'll text them. We'll get you some help. I texted mom that morning and told her all the things that had transpired in the intervening years. She texted back, Eileen, we love your son and we want to help him. We'll talk this evening and we'll find a way to help him. I go back to work that Sunday, and when I come home from work, I see my phone that there's a text message from a number that I don't recognize. It reads, this is your son's best friend. Your son just called me and told me that this might be the last time that he talks to me. I'm very alarmed. What's going on? And the next text message came from the friend's mom. My son just called about your son. We're coming over right now. So the parents and I made a decision to take my son to the hospital yet again. And this time we would press harder for psychiatric services. The screener asked my son questions, and the screeners relayed those answers to the psychiatrist on call. And unfortunately, the psychiatrist did not see fit to admit my son, but sent us home yet again with double dosage of medication. On the way home from the hospital, my son said to me, don't make me go back to that house again. And I vowed that he never would. My friends opened their home to us. It's a place where my son could recuperate. And I got to see for myself the home that my son loved all those many years ago.
Yeah.
So much. I mean, that was incredible work. Wow. Very amazing open mic tonight, y'all. I'm going to do one more last call for these two that signed up, Edward and Ariel. Are you here? Okay. If you do come back, you can still sign up. No one's mad if you are just nervous. Okay. We do have one more reader that signed up, so we're not done yet. Please welcome up Princess.
Oddly enough, I've performed probably like 500-ish times at this point, and I'm nervous.
Aw, you're doing great. Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while. Let's see if I can still do this. You dive into the river of Acheron, desperately searching for what you've lost, as the hands try to pull you down. But you don't let them take you. Instead, you stay suspended in mid-buoyancy, in the hazy stillness that surrounds you. How long can you survive submerged before drowning? Your smile fades, and you avert your eyes as the scholar moves to your right. The beast now stands before you. It leans its snout up to your ear and whispers.
The question is flawed. You are content. You place yourself into a box and wander the necropolis within. You carve your words into sepulchres. You name them monuments. The beast usurps the scholar, which falls to your left. The beast leans in once more, now vitriolic, now swollen, its arm around your shoulders. We are the dead. Our existences breathe hollow and bear no sweat. We are echoes, and thus we will simply cease to exist. You're afraid of death. You're afraid of dying alone. You're afraid of loving. You're not meant to love. You're afraid of emotion. You're afraid of humanity, yours or otherwise. But you're not worthless. You're not truly alone. You're simply lost in the cacophony of each letter you let define you, all voicing their opinions at once. You step forward, allowing the scholar to castle the beast. You're unfinished, the scholar states, defined by ink still willed. As time grows stale, interjects the beast. A single bell tolls in the distance while, once again, the beast and the scholar change sides.
Yeah.
Too long since I heard your voices up here. Not just voices. There's many. There's so many in there. They're all so good. This open mic was fantastic. Please give it up for everyone on your open mic this evening.